Because it's satisfying and it has nice sounds like this.
Project Baltimore first met Felicia Robinson.
Correct.
And her daughter Makayla nearly 2 years ago.
What was the most musical-ish chicken of chicken?
I don't know.
A drumstick.
Bum.
At the time, Makayla was recovering from a head injury she sustained at Waverly Elementary in North Baltimore. The then 7-year-old says she was slammed against a brick wall by another student.
How often do you get headaches?
Like 2 days in a week.
Makayla was knocked unconscious.
We're talking about a child laying there, unconscious, and I can only imagine her, when that happened, what was going through her little head.
Robinson says the school never told her what happened. She found out from her son, who picked up Makayla that day. 2 years ago, this mom told Fox 45 News she wanted the school held accountable. Now she's learned that won't happen.
What did you think when you heard the verdict?
I was just heartbroken. I couldn't believe that the school wouldn't take responsibility for what they know happened.
Makayla was hurt in December 2017. Doctors diagnosed her with acute head injury and loss of consciousness.
Imagine if I would have never woke up and that would have been my last day on earth. That's scary to feel like that.
She suffered from severe headaches, blurred vision, and anxiety. When no one at the school took responsibility for Makayla's injury, this 11-year-old sued her own school system, a $1.3 billion school system, for medical bills and future therapy.
I just love to play with him.
The case, Makayla Jones versus Baltimore City Board of School Commissioners, went to trial this summer. Courtroom audio and video is not made public in Maryland, but Jones says when her young daughter took the stand, the school's attorney went after her.
Well, the school's lawyer began to question her. And, he was right up on her, so very intimidating, of course, for an 11-year-old at the time. She was very nervous and scared. In order for the school to still look good, this is what they done. I wanted to tell the judge, hey, can we stop? It was enough for her to go through what she went through that day. But for you to sit here and intimidate an 11-year-old like that, it was just way too much for her.
After hours of testimony, the judge ruled the school system was not responsible for Makayla's injuries or accountable for future therapy. City schools declined an interview to discuss the case, but said in a statement, the law does not make school systems liable for every student injury. Well-established legal standards require close review of the facts in light of the circumstances.
Is it hard for parents to sue a school system?
Incredibly difficult.
It's hard to win.
It's incredibly hard just to get the suit off the ground.
David Ledyard is a Baltimore-based attorney who's currently engaged in about 12 lawsuits against school systems throughout the state. He says Maryland law largely protects schools from being held accountable when students are injured. If parents want to sue, Ledyard says they have a heavy burden of proving the school could have prevented the injury before it happened.
There's not much parents can do. I think that the legislature in the state of Maryland and the court system have been overly protective of the school systems and kept their hands out of that, and instead of putting safety first.
So now what?
We just pick up the pieces from here. I love her on her as much as I can. I be the best mommy I can be for her.
4 years after her injury, Makayla still gets headaches and occasionally sees a neurologist. And she's no longer attending Baltimore City public schools. Robinson pulled her out after not even receiving an apology for what happened.
You believe the school system cares more about the school system than the kids?
Correct.
You honestly believe that?
I honestly believe that. My kid would not go to a city school over my dead body. I would move first. I would move out of Maryland state if I had to. I would never send my child to a city school ever again.
I'm Chris Papst, and this is Project Baltimore.